What's good, everyone? I hope you're all doing well. So this video is going to be a good one for the young gentlemen, so they can a bit understand the way female nature works at different stages and different levels. And I already did a video where I talk about how the woman changes from 20 to 30 to 40 plus. We're not going to use any age on this video because what I'm going to talk about here, it can actually apply to all ages. And that's what I did in the video where I was talking about 20 to 30 to 40, is that you'll see some overlaps. Meaning if a woman never works on herself and never tries to understand herself, she's going to be just as immature as a 20-year-old, even if she's 40 plus. You know, it's, and vice versa. It's very rare, especially in 2026. But yes, you could also find a woman in her 20s that, like, it's almost like, shit, are you born in the right time? It's almost like she's already acting like she's in her 30s just by her behavior and her understanding of certain things. So what we're going to talk about in this video is 3 levels of female nature awareness that I've noticed throughout my life experience, and it also applies to men in a way. Like, the subject is awareness of this video, but we're gonna focus on how women have different levels of awareness of their own female nature. And the first level is she's not aware. Meaning she's just going through life, la 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 la, you know, like she's not aware at all. It's almost like you could take an example of an 8-year-old girl. You know, she's just living life. She's going to school, coming back home, playing with her Barbies and dolls and stuff like that, and zero self-awareness of how she behaves. So when she's sad, she can cry. When she's happy, she's going to start dancing and singing, but she's not aware of why she's doing these things necessarily. Well, yes, there are women, even when they're in an adult life, they're not aware of, like, why they behave the way they are. And unfortunately, it's because of the environment they've been in. Yeah, they've never been taught. Maybe their parents never, like, mentioned certain things about their behavior. It's also maybe a bad group of friends or bad relationships. So she just simply never took the time to even question herself on her own behavior. And because of that, well, she's extremely chaotic. These type of women, you want to stay away like crazy. You know, even if you're a man that's like, oh, I'm just looking for a good time. Dude, stay away. Stay away. And anyways, I'm not gonna... I don't promote... just having a good time to, like, just for stats. But that's the thing, is I'm at a different stage in my life. You know, if you're in your 20s, look, you are in your 20s, you need to live life. I'm not gonna judge a guy in his 20s sleeping around. I can be like, I mean, if I do find out that, like, a man has been purposely playing women and he's aware of what he's doing, then yeah, I'll be like, I'm not proud of you, dude. Like, I'm not proud of you at all, and it's going to catch up to you anyways in the future. You're going to pay one day. Right now, you might have fun, but you're going to pay one day, I can guarantee you. It's not me. I don't need to kick your ass. like life is going to do it. God is going to do it for you. I mean, for me. but for you too as well. He's going to teach you a good lesson. But it's just to say that, yeah, like, even if it's just like, oh yeah, I want to have it, like, a woman that's not aware, extremely chaotic, because she could just bring hell to your life and she won't even understand why she's doing this. She's gonna be trying to, like, get back at you, try to, like, make your life hell, and people would be like telling her, like, why are you doing this? And it's just, she's pretty much, you know what it is, she's acting purely on her primal instincts, and that's very dangerous. A human being that purely acts on their primal instincts 24/7 is very dangerous, because that means you piss me off, I punch you in the face. I don't like you, I don't know, like, I slash your tires, stuff like that. It's pure primal. There's no There's no more filter in how you're gonna behave in life, and you cannot do this. You need to be proper in society. You cannot just decide to like hurt someone or even verbally abuse someone or just do something bad to someone because you feel like they wronged you. You have to know how to behave. And the thing is, yeah, like what's gonna happen is people that only act on their primal instincts nonstop, well, they're out of control. And those people, well, they need to be locked up usually for different reasons. Sometimes it's mental, sometimes it's yeah, like you did a crime or something. But yeah, so that's the first level. She's just not aware at all of her female nature. So of course, another example before I get to the next level is women like that, they can cheat on you and they're gonna compulsively cheat on you. They're not even gonna like think, but why do I feel the need to cheat? Why does this always happen to me? Is there like a deeper layer between my behavior right now and what really is going on with me? She's not gonna think of these things. Now the next level is that she's aware, but she lacks control over that awareness. That sucks. And when I say that sucks is because it sucks for both people. If let's say you're dating a woman like that, it's because what's gonna happen, I'll say why it sucks for both sides. It sucks for the lady or the woman because she knows that she's messed up. She knows that she's chaotic, but she cannot control herself because she loves that chaos too much. She'll even admit it maybe to her friends, and she'll maybe look, not maybe, she will. Like I have examples of my own life. I've had women tell me, stay away from me, I'm chaotic. They didn't say it with those exact words, but they told me I may hurt you. Like I'm not stable right now. And me, like an idiot back then when I wasn't sovereign myself. And well, before sovereign there's secure, but then after secure there's sovereign. And when you become sovereign, I've said it in other videos, life is just too easy. You got the controller of life. Like nothing will ever put you down. It's God mode of life. But the thing is, when I was still insecure and my fearful avoidance would come out because of certain situations or a certain woman that would come into my life, even if the woman told me stay away from me, and believe me, man, when a woman says stay away from me, stay away from her. You have to listen to her. It's a warning. So if after you get involved and you get burned, it's like, dude, you were warned. But you were too weak to walk away. You know, there's situations where the woman doesn't warn you and she plays you. Even there, you should be aware enough as a man. If you're aware enough as a man, you'll see the flag. You'll be like, okay, this girl is dumb. I'm not wasting time with this. But I'm not gonna lie, if you're not aware enough as a man, you might miss certain signals and she might trap you. You know, and she'll fuck you up. But when a woman actually tells you, stay away from me, that's actually love. She's telling you, I don't want to hurt you. Like, it's showing care, but you're too dumb because you're too attached, you're too thirsty. You find her so beautiful, so sexy. You're like, oh my God, but it's almost like you feel like you're not going to find somebody else like her. When I'm telling you, man, there are so many women out there. So many beautiful women of all shapes, flavors. Once you actually understand this and integrate that, you're going to be laughing at yourself. You're going to be like, what the hell was I doing? Why was I freaking out for one single lady? It makes no sense. But yes, it makes sense in that time, because in that time you were wired a certain way, and maybe there's things you were still dealing with from your past. But the thing is, the reason why it sucks for the women to pursue with that is that what's going on is that it pisses her off, because she's like, I know I have a problem, but why can't I get rid of it? And I can relate to that, because it was the same thing with my fearful avoidance. In 2023, I was aware of my fearful avoidance. It flared up like crazy multiple times. And in my head, I was like, why is this happening to me? Why? I know I have it. Why can't I just slap it off? And it's because I needed time. I needed reps. I needed to train my nervous system. And yeah, it takes time and it takes resilience, because guess what? Most people give up. Most people are like, you know what? Maybe I'm just like that and I'll have to suck it up. And a lot of women do that. That's why there's a lot of women, you just gotta like let them go. They're not good for you. They're gonna poison you. So that's the second level. So that's a woman you do not want to invest your time to try to get to know. She has too much junk inside herself. At least for now. I'm not saying it's impossible that she evolves one day, but dude, most likely by the time she evolves, you're already gonna find somebody else. You're already gonna find somebody else. You're gonna forget about her, and that's it. That's all, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's life. Why it sucks for you if you're still insecure is because your savior side, if you're like to be a hero, is gonna want to jump in, because you're gonna be like, she knows, so maybe I can help her. Maybe I can show her the right way. Nah, man, nah. You're gonna burn yourself. You're gonna waste your energy. You're gonna waste your energy because she's gonna see that all you're doing that for is just to get her. Because, you know, even if she's not well in her head, there's parts of her that are still smart in a certain way. And she's going to be wondering, why are you putting that much effort? Like, she's actually going to look down on you. It's like, why are you trying so hard? Just let me be. Like, I'm not good for you. So why are you trying to... And the thing is, if you start becoming her educator, it's not a good dynamic. I'm not saying you cannot be, I'm going to tell you guys straight up. The best relationship is a relationship where the person is your lover and they're also your best friend. But it starts first with the romantic side. But yes, you two can become like best friends, meaning you can talk about certain things that are more grounded. It's not always flirting and teasing and stuff. There's a balance with that. But what I'm trying to get at is you cannot be 24/7 trying to coach her and show her how to live life. And that's what's going to happen. There's going to be no romance, man. You think maybe it's like in a movie where like, oh yeah, I'm going to show her and she's going to evolve, and then you know what's going to happen? You're maybe going to help her change. She's going to go with another guy. That's what's going to happen. That personally never happened to me. But I've heard stories and I've seen it with my own eyes. Guys literally use all their energy to invest into a woman just for her to go to another man. Like, she literally like started going out with another guy. That never happened to me because things never got that far. I would always, that's the thing, even though back in the days I used to deal with fearful avoidance, I was always able to walk away before like, it just got like, insanely out of hand where it was just like crazy bad. It never got to that point, but some guys, it goes to that point where they just cannot walk away. They're like, oh, I want to be there for you. I want to be there for you. And then what happens is the girl eventually, she might choose the guy because she has nothing left on her side and she's kind of desperate and she doesn't want to be alone, but it's such a disgusting relationship. The worst kind of relationship you could ever be in. But yeah, and now the next level, and that's where I could say that, yes, you could potentially explore with a woman like that, but she still got a lot of work to do, man. She still got a lot of work to do. What it is she's aware, but only can control the bad behavior in a controlled environment. I'll give you guys the perfect example. Let's say you meet a woman that used to go clubbing a lot and she has a tendency to kind of leave the door open a little bit for dudes for attention. It doesn't mean she's going to cheat or actually, let's say, hook up with random guys. but she enjoys the attention. Well, what's gonna happen is there's that kind of woman that she becomes aware of that, and she's like, you know what? I want to become a good woman. I want to find myself one day a good man with who I can build something real. I want to build an empire. I want to go far. I want to build projects and find a man that, yeah, like we could just kill it. So what she's gonna tell herself is, I know going to the club is bad. That's not where I'm gonna meet Mr. Right. I want to have a better life, so I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna start going to the gym more seriously. I'm gonna take care of my body. I'm gonna focus more on what I really want to do in life. And she does it. But the thing is, because she hasn't worked on herself enough, you put her back in that environment and the hoe comes out again. That's the thing. And that's where it could give a chaotic relationship. Why? Because let's say you start dating a woman like that. At first it could be good. She'll even tell you, oh, I don't go clubbing anymore. I used to go club all the time, but I saw that, like, you know, it doesn't bring anything good. And then you're like, oh wow, good. Like she doesn't club, she does her own thing, she'll hang out with her friends, and yeah, she's a good lady. But the thing is, sometimes what happens is her friends, they're not always good, huh? Women like to compete. Women won't admit that. Good women will. They will admit it. Good women, they'll say women are snakes, and they'll say that, yeah, women like to compete. They'll say it. They're not afraid to say it. And the thing is, what's gonna happen if her friends are not good or they're jealous of her? They might tell her one day, like, hey, like, you never go out with us anymore. Or maybe there's gonna be an opportunity. It's like, oh girl, we're celebrating Tiffany's birthday. We're gonna go out, you know, we're gonna like dress up super sexy. Come with us. And then that's when the girl's gonna be like, oh, like, you know, I don't do that anymore. And then they're gonna put pressure on her. And if the girl is not strong enough in her head, she might be like, you know what? It's just one time. It's for Tiffany's birthday. And now I know some women might be like, oh, so you're telling your woman can never go out? No, chill. I'm talking about a woman who's aware of her past issues, but still doesn't have control of it in an environment that she's not in control of. We have to wait until the last step. But on this step, the woman is still not in control. So what's going to happen is she's going to go out with her friends. When she's back in that environment of the clubbing scene, and let's say the man, he's like, oh, go out, have fun. He trusts his girlfriend. You know, he's going to be like, oh, go out, have fun. It's for the birthday. And then when she goes back there, ooh, old feelings come. It's like, wow, the club scene. Oh, I feel like dancing. Now I'm gonna add a little something. If you and the girlfriend have a fight before, oof, yeah, no good for you, man. No good. And I'm not saying you should try. I'm not trying to say start a fight, but I'm also saying don't be afraid to put your foot forward. If, I don't know, the same day that she has to go out, she does something that doesn't make sense and that's disrespectful. But what I'm trying to say is that if there is an argument between you two, and she goes out with her friends, and she used to be a heavy clubber, and she knows that when she's in the clubbing environment, she kind of like lets loose too much, well, that's where you can have problems. That's where maybe there's going to be a guy that, you know, he just has this swag. Ego Gohan is in the scene. And he's just vibing. He's not trying to get into her pants. He's just vibing. And your girlfriend is like, damn, this guy's fun. And then she starts flirting a bit. Maybe she starts dancing with him. And then the rest is history. You don't know what could happen. It doesn't mean she's going to cheat. But let's just say if you were there as the boyfriend, you'd be like, really? So that's the thing. Those type of women, they're still not it yet. They're not it. They don't know how to properly behave in a certain environment. It's like an alcoholic, an ex-alcoholic. A real ex-alcoholic that can be like, I'm fully in control of what I used to do. he can drink again. He can go to the bar and he knows how to control himself. He'll go to the bar and he'll be like, I'm just having 2 drinks. I'm good. He could even have a bunch of people around him getting drunk and he'll be like, nah, I'm good. Just 2 drinks. That's an ex-alcoholic for real. If you are an ex-alcoholic, but you're afraid to go to the bar because you know what's going to happen, you still ain't it. You're getting there, but you still ain't it. You got to test it. You got to train yourself. You can train your mind for whatever you want it to become. You know, some people that you're going to hear, like, a lot of people be like, oh, no, the studies show that. Fuck the studies. You are in control of your mind. You decide what you want to do. So if you tell yourself, yes, I used to be an alcoholic. Yes, it's true. I used to go to the bar and I would relapse. Well, this time I'm not going to fucking relapse. I can go, have a good time, enjoy the scene, and be a decent human being. So it's the same thing, and that's where I'm going to go for the next level with the woman. And that's where we could say she's practically sovereign, meaning she's fully aware and she's fully in control of each decision that she takes. And that's very rare, but it exists. It exists, women like that. So let's say we retake that example of the woman that used to love to go clubbing. Well, that's the kind of woman that, yes, she can go out with her friends, but she'll tell them, I'm going out, but I'm leaving at this time. I don't want to sleep too late. I have things to do. Or she might stay and have fun like most of the night, but she'll put her boundary. She'll be like, look, it's nothing against you, but I have a man. You know, I'd like for you to respect that. She'll be able to bring out those things. Why? Because she truly respects her man and she respects herself to the highest point. But women like that are very rare. And I'll be honest with you, you will only find yourself a woman like that if you're yourself sovereign. You cannot find a woman like that before, because a woman that's almost sovereign, because women, they're emotional. At the end of the day, they'll always kind of act with their emotions. So even when they're fully aware, they'll have their little moments, but they're able to be grounded. They'll be like, I know this is going to pass. I'm emotional right now, but I know this is going to pass. Like, I'm not going to act stupid just because I feel emotional. That's a sovereign woman. But these kind of women are very rare. And like I said, you're only going to meet women like that once you become sovereign as a man, because you attract what you are. If you're not sovereign, you may meet one woman like that, but she will toss you aside right away. Because she will be like the man in comparison to you. She'll look at you, she'll be like, you're a boy. You're a little boy, a little simp. That's what she's gonna say. Because she knows the game. She understands. So if you're not at that level, forget even trying with a woman like that. You're gonna get destroyed. And not because she's playing games with you, because you're simply not it. You need to keep working on yourself. So I hope this video gave you some value, and it's gonna allow you to think about certain things, even about yourself. And you may, if you enjoyed it, then you can you can maybe put in the comments your own experience of a different woman of different levels of awareness. And don't forget to subscribe, like that you don't miss out the future videos. And I'll see you guys very soon. Take care. Peace.